All right, this is an extension to a previous video where we discussed about how we can use how we can able to remove duplicates in a single collection. Yeah, and we did that. We did that. We picked up a use case where we wanted to show a page where with a list of billing countries, account billing countries, right? In a drop down. Yeah, so it is possible that you can have duplicate billing countries, right? Say multiple customers from same billing country, but we wanted to remove the duplicates, yeah, and then we wanted to show only the distinct values in the drop down, correct? So we went ahead and then we were able to get the distinct billing country collection, yeah, and we stopped there, correct? But we have not discussed about how I can able to take that value and then bind it in the pick list. So let's do that. Let's do that in this video, and for that purpose we will be using apex defined data type. Okay, yeah, it's very simple. Apex defined data type. So let's try to use it and then complete this particular use case, and this is what we're going to do it. So we're going to learn about Apex defined data type. We're going to talk about collection variables and the benefit of using loop element, choice collection set, and finally the pick list with distinct values. Yeah. So this is the this is the flow that we designed earlier, right? Where we are fetching a list of billing countries, correct, from the account object, yeah, and then we are using collection to loop through the countries, and then we are trying to see whether it is a duplicate or not, yeah. So you can watch the previous video. Okay, I'll give the reference link so you can watch the previous video and then see how it was built until this point, yeah. And this is the screen, and if you look at it, right, this is the screen where we are currently, right, seeing the default the distinct billing countries in a collection. Okay, so I'll click on debug just to show you the output, then we can move forward. So as you can just see, this is the collection that holds a list of distinct billing country, but I can't use this collection as is and then bind it to a pick list. For example, I go to the output screen, okay, and I'm going to look for pick list, drag and then drop it right here. I'll name it as account billing country, yeah, basically a pick list for users to select billing country, yeah. And in the configure choices, I can't map the distinct billing country collection and then get the distinct billing countries to be shown. So it's not possible. So I have to think about another way to do it. And this is where Apex defined data type come into the play. Okay. So let's do that. Yeah. Let's first cancel this. Yeah. And what we can do is let us first go and then create a Apex class. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go and then create an Apex class. I'm going to give a name distinct billing country, yeah, that's it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add couple of class variables. Okay, one is label, the other one is value. So this is important. So whenever you wanted to access a particular Apex class, right, variables, especially the properties, right, back in the flow, you have to use Aura enabled annotation, yeah. So in this case my class is very simple class which carries two properties, label and value. So just annotate this, that's all. Okay, then once this is done, okay, what you can do is I think I need to refresh this so that it will pick up the newly created you know newly created Apex class. So let's wait for this page to reload. So I'll go now and then create a new resource. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for variable. I'll just say this is v underscore, I'll say this is apex underscore distinct billing country. Okay, yeah, and I'll choose a data type, and this is where I will select apex define. Once I do this, okay, so I start seeing classes with where the properties, right, annotated with aura enabled. So I'll click here, you can just see this, right? Yeah, so I think it is not yet refreshed, I believe. So let me cancel this and I'll just refresh this page again, then we can just continue. Okay, All right, I believe now this time the Apex class will be visible. So look for distinct. You can just see this, right? This is the class that we just created. Click on this. That's it. Your Apex defined variable is ready. Okay. So now I'll click on done. Perfect. Okay. Now the idea is right. So whenever a new, for example, I go back to the debug mode and then I'll just show you this. Yes. So the idea is right, whenever what I want to do is I just wanted to ensure that whenever there is a distinct billing country, correct, available, I just wanted to put that, in a collection, in a bag. Okay. Yeah. So that I can use that collection. Okay. Yeah. And use that collection in the pick list so that it will show only the distinct countries. Okay. So how do I do that? So two things I need. One is I just created an Apex different variable, correct? Number two, I'm going to create a bag, okay, or a collection, okay? Yeah. So I'll go and then do the same thing, variable. So v underscore apex underscore distinct. I'll simply say billing country collection, okay? Yeah. Maybe to, I'll say distinct billing country collection, okay? So I'll repeat the same. I'll go and then, choose the same class, okay? Now I'm going to just enable this checkbox. So this makes this, as a collection, right, which can hold multiple distinct country class. So I'll just click on done. That's it. You can just see this, right? There are two Apex different variables available, right? So now, so the idea is right. So right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, whenever there is a distinct country found. Yeah. So I'll double click this one. So what I'm gonna do is I will just click on add assignment. Then I'm gonna use that Apex defined variable. Yeah. And then I'll just say the label should be equal to the current item from the loop, okay, and the billing country. That's it. Okay. Similarly, I'll assign the value as well. Okay. So current I'll have this apex defined variable. Okay. I'm sorry, it's not equals. It has to be add. Okay. So it can be it's equal. No, we can just add it in the next step. Okay. So from the current item. Let me try this again. So from the apex defined variable dot value, you can just see this, right? The property that was annotated as at the rate aura enabled, it's appearing right here. So I'll set a value to this. Okay. Yeah. So from the current item, get the billing country and assign it back to the value. Okay. Yeah. That's it. You are done. So now this is for the first, because this is running in a loop. Okay. Whenever there is a distinct billing country found, right? We are just setting that as a label and value. Then you have a collection, isn't it? Yeah. So use that collection, yeah, and simply add the apex defined, variable. That's it. Okay. So now what happens is, as the for loop runs, yeah. So by the end of this for loop, so this collection will contain all the distinct, countries. Yeah, in a format, where you have a label and value, basically a choice. So what happens is, right, whenever you add a pick list, okay, you need to have data in a particular format where it has label and value, yeah, key value. Yeah. So let's see. Once this is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more resource. Yeah. I'm going to say the resource type is collection choice set. Okay. Yeah. So I can use collection choice set. And what I'll do is I'll just say v underscore collection choice underscore billing country. Okay. Then I'm simply going to map that apex defined collection. That's it. Okay. So this is going to hold, all the distinct countries in a format that you can directly, attach to a pick list. Okay. So in the choice label, I'm going to simply choose label, and in the data type, of course, it's a text, and, value as value. That's it. Okay. You are done. So now I'll click on done. Now everything is set. Let me close this and I'll go back now, go to that screen. Now bring this pick list. Okay. So pick list will now So this is the pick list. I'll give account, billing country. Yeah. And right in the choice, you can now see the collection choice. Correct? Yeah. So let's choose this. We're all good to go. Let's click on done. That's it. Click on save. Let's put it in debug mode and then see whether this is working or not. Let's click on debug and click on run. There you go. Now you can just see the pick list, with distinct billing countries, even though there are duplicate, billing countries, correct? Now this is good, good for the user to choose a particular billing country, and then further you can implement your requirement. Yeah. So this is how you can, or one of the ways in which you can remove duplicates and then bind that unique values right back to the pick list. Okay. Because right now, yeah, there is no out of the box way in Salesforce Flow which helps us to remove duplicates and then bind the unique values right in the pick list. Yeah. Hope this helps. Thank you.